Awesome.
No swearing, no
Yep.
cursing, no calling me names.
Cry.
No crying. There's no crying in recreation.
We're all ready. So I'd like to call the
Are we
meeting to
handing these
order.
out?
Thank you.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Take one and pass it along.
Thank you. I'd like to stand for the pledge. I thought that was amazing.
I like that.
Yeah, very good.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
Not to throw my own spin in it, but that's okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve last meeting's minutes.
Second.
Oh,
Here, you just sign them.
I don't sign it because I wasn't
Yeah.
here.
Like you got to
We need an all in favor for that?
I think
All in
we
favor?
need it.
Aye.
Anybody have any edits or anything? No? Anybody against? Anybody abstain?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Yay, win.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. There we go.
Parks and Recreation seats.
Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna keep this one because I actually.
Now, BRC, do we have to BRAPC now?
Now he's just a burp.
The burp.
So we're good there. So we're gonna start with the Parks and Recreation Commission seats. Looks like for alternate candidate appointment and another member discussion of leaving a member seat to alternate, which will be this gentleman over here, Jim.
Who's running for
Hi,
school
Jim.
board?
Yeah.
Who's gonna win for the school board?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
me too. You're winning. That's what Julie did.
Shall we vote now?
Yes.
And I did get to watch, just so you guys know, I did watch last meeting and got to hear our candidate. You know, my question for you, I had my own question is, what'd you guys think? I thought she seemed to be great.
I liked her.
Just a side note, should we be making a motion to make Jody a voting member as the alternate since Brian's not here?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're correct.
Motion,
Oh, I get to vote again?
Second?
Second.
Okay.
all in favor?
Lucky.
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Any abstentions?
No.
Just about every
Yeah, you
meeting.
win.
I guess.
Yay.
That's why you need alternates, right?
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
So who you gonna appoint as the alternate?
Jim?
Well, Jim and then
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, I forget her name.
Kendall.
Kendall.
Kendall, and then,
Yeah.
but we need a third.
Well, Jody's your third.
Jody.
Oh, Jody.
Jody
Sorry,
is
I'm
the
sorry.
third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm totally comfortable with this, so I don't know if we can make it official tonight or whatever we need to do, but
I
let's start
think
the process.
Until you,
Wait till the bylaws are
It's
approved,
until
maybe?
June. It's not
yeah,
until June.
I mean, the bylaws really should be finalized before you guys
Before
start
we
Okay.
have
making
you.
these changes. Right now, I'd like to keep the board the way it is.
Correct. Same.
And our
Before,
terms don't run out till June.
yeah,
Right.
so you guys have some time to massage the
Mhm.
bylaws and
Mhm.
get them in line.
Yep.
If you're unable to serve because you get elected and you have to do, you're being torn in different directions, then you can say, hey, I want to step back as an alternate. And then, I mean, either way,
Yeah, it's not a concern right now, so.
yeah, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's
Okay.
not go
No
there if we
change.
don't have to. So.
Yeah, so we know that that's what our plan will be, but we table it for now until the
Yeah.
time comes after the bylaws.
Yeah.
Food for thought for the commission. When and if Jim steps down, that will mean that we'll be looking for a vice chair because that
Correct.
is Jim's current role.
Correct.
So
Well,
Yeah.
we would have to have, we would both have to have a chair, because it's annual, so we'd have
Right.
the chair, the vice chair, and the secretary.
I was saying in this situation, like you were saying, where he might have to step down earlier than that,
Mhm.
we would need
Yeah.
a new vice chair. So
Right.
Yeah.
you guys who aren't currently the vice chair, start that again.
And it pays
Discuss amongst
nothing.
yourself.
Pays nothing.
Just to clarify, it pays
One
nothing.
foot and two.
Those bylaws aren't finished yet.
Zero,
There they
zero, zero times zero is zero.
Yes, 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 yes. So if we're good with, all of that and kind of tabling that until need be, I'm happy to move on to the next,
The alternate, we still have somebody who's interested in being an alternate.
so
And you
someone
have,
new.
and you have an opening anyway, right?
We do have,
So
a-
we
Yeah,
can,
yeah, someone new.
we can ask the rec to appoint midterm Kendall.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, you could do it.
I'm-
She's the one who spoke to us last time?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But
now,
when you say another one, are you referencing
looked- she
someone on
sounded
top
good.
of Kendall, or
No,
you're
she's
talking
the one
about
who's
her?
saying,
Yeah.
Yep, okay, nope, yep,
before we
perfect.
pass on.
how would
Yeah.
Kendall's term work? Would it be up in June, or does she get a rolling?
Could we ask the select board to
Well,
make it
how
15
long
months?
typically do you do for the alternates? What's
1 year.
1 year.
1 year?
Mine got extended because of the same thing. I came in the middle.
Yes. So
And then they
she
extended.
actually would, right, she'd be taking your spot, and then we'd be going, if we brought her in mid and going to June, I mean, can
Mhm.
we
You
as a
could
board
reappoint her
just
back then.
reappoint her for the
Mhm.
full year at June?
I
Yeah.
don't see why not.
Yeah, you
And I
could.
think that
It's
that
kind of
would
like
be
what
easy.
happened with me with John.
Right,
Yeah, no,
John,
correct.
let's
I,
do fifth, yeah.
I got appointed to fill his slot
Yeah.
in September.
right,
Now I'm running for
right, okay,
it to finish out his term.
yeah, okay. So that would, seems to work if we do that.
Okay.
Do we need to make a vote on that right now, or?
I would make a vote on it and then you gotta write whatever you
Already have one.
appointment slip, perfect.
Oh, perfect,
And then
very good.
give that to Julie. And
Let her know.
then what I do is then
She seemed very
we'll vote on that
competent.
at the next, select board meeting.
Do
Okay.
we need select board approval for alternates? I believe it was my understanding that the commission can appoint alternates.
They should be appointed. Remember, you guys are advisory,
Right,
so all the appointments come from the select board.
yeah, the approvals,
Select board oversees you guys,
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I just,
and then you guys oversee you guys.
right, okay.
Trickle down effect. Trickle it back up.
Well, then, I'm gonna motion to vote then.
Yep.
If I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Anybody
Aye.
opposed? Any abstentions?
nope,
Motion passes.
all right, she passes.
Is that
yeah,
for the
it's
select
commission.
board?
No,
Or
it's
the
the
commission? Okay, and then you're gonna have the chair on the bottom, right? So there should be a line for the select board chair to sign that?
It doesn't label it as the chair now. It's got 5 lines here.
Usually the 5.
The five,
It says commission members.
Oh.
Commission members and then the clerk.
Oh.
Select board should be, you should have a signature, at least for the chair on there, because it has to be accepted by the chair to have them appointed.
So you can bug Daphne.
Okay.
But you really should add a line on there for select board chair. So not only are you gonna have your members sign it,
right,
it has to be ratified
yep,
by the chair of
By
the
the
select
chair.
board.
yep,
And then you guys are good to go. Then you, at that point, then Daphne will call her in and swear at her,
swear.
and then she's good to go.
Yep.
I get sworn at a lot.
Right.
Perfect.
Perfect. On to the next, we want to keep the meeting rolling, right, Jim?
You're doing great.
Next is the Recreation Commission bylaws. We are already working on that. So I think we're just gonna continue and have it at the next, continue working on them at the next meeting.
Cool.
Don't need to vote on any of that. No, we're just gonna keep
Still
rolling.
work in
Yeah,
progress.
still a work in progress. Perfect.
Do we want to set another working session for,
Yeah.
before the next meeting,
One-
5:30?
Yeah, the 5:30
Yeah.
time works.
Yep, yep, that works. Thank you for that.
Maybe Ryan will come at 4:30 to make up for the miss.
Yeah. 5:30 works for me, coming from Concord.
Jim wants to start at 7:30 in the morning.
We will be done by 6:30, Bob.
Oh, yeah, we will be.
We'll be done before my 15th cup of coffee.
Yep.
That's how many you need to stay awake. Fair.
The next item on the list is the 4th of July Subcommittee.
So I know we talked at our last meeting about assembling a subcommittee. So I do have 5 names. that are interested after we threw it out there.
Mhm.
If I can get to the page, I'll tell you guys what they are. So we have our own Bob, who's gonna be a part of it. Julie, our chair. We have Jim Michaud, also from the select board, is interested in doing this.
Mhm.
Dexter Swayze, and who's Historical Society,
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
and
yeah.
Lois, last name? DeYoung.
Yep.
Lois DeYoung.
I would
I was
also,
on the parade, I think she said it was called the parade committee, but I wanted to be involved with the 4th of July thing.
Okay, so we
Okay.
can add,
So it's good that we actually have Lois and Jim actually coming back because we were part of the original committee.
yeah, and the other thing, I would probably recommend that you reach out to Holly Garvey. She's pretty big around here as far as like a lot of the Jeep clubs and stuff like that, so she can get a lot of people too. I can reach out to her too.
Mm-hmm.
I think she brings a lot of energy and stuff to that stuff, so. She runs a couple groups and does a lot of different stuff around town.
Does it matter how many people are on the subcommittee? Do you have to have an odd number of people in case there's a vote or something?
To be honest with you, I think there needs to be a good handful of people
There's
because, to
so
be
much
honest with
stuff
you,
that goes
there's a
on there.
lot, and it was Andy and I that were doing the majority of getting, like, making
would-
phone calls. Jason was doing things.
Nick, you can put my name on there too. Yeah?
I would say you might want to, the other thing you're going to need to do, because I think you did that one year, is you got shirts so people knew who you were.
Yes, so we have,
need some
right,
bright
so we
shirts.
need the
People dress
the
funky.
fluorescent shirts.
I dress funky, so
that they-
I
so
will
you have
be
those. It says
basically
volunteer,
Lady Liberty and
Yep.
be Bob.
Excellent.
And So will
right,
my dog.
yeah. That's good, because at least with it saying volunteer on the back, it allows us to know like who's doing what. The vendors, I've handled myself. I've already reached out to who we want, who has already said yes. It will be Holly Lenahan, she's doing.
Goody Coles.
Yep, so Goody Coles. Lindy's has already said yes, they're gonna do stuff. We have our Kona Ice.
Heavenly Donuts,
Heavenly
reach out to
Donuts.
them.
Yep, so that, you talk to them? I don't know if
I
you
haven't
talked
talked
to
to
them.
them.
Okay, so I think someone, I mean, I talk to her for the dance every year. I mean, I can call her and ask her.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
No, never. You know, when someone
I
says
would
no,
also-
you move on to the
I would also
next.
highly recommend that somebody reach out, because I don't think Epping does a parade. I would reach out to Lowe's. I would reach
Yep.
out to
Yes.
Walmart and see if they'll even donate stuff, because they
Yes.
might send you guys with
Waters.
waters or
Yes,
They're very good. And
yeah,
Market Basket is
yeah,
Same
always
thing.
willing to help too.
Yeah.
yep. So
There's a
they-
lot of,
So Lois mentioned those guys to me, like, over the summer, last summer, because of donations, so that is huge. And then.
And if
there
they want to get a
was-
banner for people to carry, then fine.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think,
Strap something to the back of the
Andy,
Jeep.
a while ago, had mentioned something about a banner. He told me, I don't know if he told you, but I don't remember the name. He was gonna take that on to see if we could actually have like a 250th banner made.
they're expensive,
They are,
very expensive.
they are, but I'm wondering if there's anybody
What's
that,
what do you consider expensive? You should be able to get with like $100.
I'm telling you, you can reach out to they got that place,
I mean, the other thing
makes
is too,
signs.
like Vistaprint, the sign people.
Yeah, signs. When we were in the parade, I made a banner.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna, it's not, I just used.
I don't need a fabric sign.
yeah. I mean,
We used
honestly,
plastic, like you'd have a plastic tablecloth.
what
And
a-
I got letters and we went in the parade. Jason probably remembers. It's his patriotic pop song. In the van. Carried along.
Are there, even if there's older kids that, or even the staff, if they wanted to
Yeah.
make something themselves?
Hell, if you guys are going to be driving the rec van,
Project for the
have
high
them
school.
paint the windows.
Things
Yeah.
Great, let's cover it up.
Well, let's cover
Let's make it really decorative.
that.
I
Real
think,
estate signs work really well sometimes. You cover them up, they leave them next to the side of the road for months. You could go get them and put a new thing on it and you've got your own sign.
I think for the camps and stuff, you might be able to get some,
Like-
you might have some artistic,
Yes,
something that you could do for arts, you know.
Maybe the high school could have a contest,
Yeah.
to see who can design the
Get
best.
me a good
250th banner.
artist that can kind of pimp it out.
Jason, do you know, offhand, I know that we discussed it when Andy was here, is at the end of the year, when Swayze has the blow-up houses, that was something he had on his list in regards to reaching out to them. If he didn't, we may want to find out what the name of that company is to have them, because the kids will love that. And I know the last thing that was on his list, but he didn't hand it to me, was the horses that are in our parade every year. I know they said they couldn't do pony rides due to liability. I don't know if there's anybody locally who might have a couple of ponies.
I would say you're better, if you're gonna do something like that, I wouldn't be doing pony rides, cause there's too much stuff
Yeah.
going on with pops and snaps from
Better than-
somebody
That's
that's had,
totally, that's
somebody that's
totally
had
fine.
horses
Yep.
before, I can tell you,
Yeah, yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Better
okay.
than
I have-
pony
they're
rides
skittish.
and lots less liability
Yep.
would be a wagon ride, horse-drawn wagon
Yeah.
ride.
You can even have
That
somebody pet a
works,
goat.
especially
Hey,
with
right,
farmers.
right, yeah.
Here's your
Um,
petting zoo, go pet the goat,
the
here's some
one-
hand
Oh,
sanitizer.
we had a petting zoo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In
The other thing that I have to touch base with him on, because this was already into play, and then we had people leaving the PD, I have to reach out to Chief Murch and ask if he will be the Dunka chief, because Jody was going to do that.
I've done Duncan before,
Yeah, yeah.
kill a
so we-
selectman, yeah, we
yeah.
got it.
That, yeah, and,
do
and we
tasing
can have,
instead.
like, we can rotate you
I have
guys.
a taser.
But that was a big deal, and a lot of folks were really like, oh my God, let's do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
because we do it at National Night Out.
Yeah,
So, and then, of course, the other thing that was on the list was having the, like, cornhole boards
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
I have like a 2-page document of like different items, ideas,
Yes,
people to
perfect.
Yeah, Lois
contact,
was
and I can
working
get
on
it
that
to you.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you, if you can
the
send it, 'cause
tough
I'll
part,
just go
the
and.
tough
check
part
off.
about
Games and
that is
contests
people,
Yeah.
very popular.
make sure you don't go too long, because a lot of people do have other stuff that they go
Correct.
to.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'll probably be beating feet and going up to the lake,
Right, yep.
you know?
Figured
I
2
think-
o'clock.
I think the,
Yeah, as quick
I
as
th-
I'm out.
we're usually like what, done, if I remember offhand, it's usually 12, people linger 12:30, 1 o'clock. I think if they know that there's food vendors there, there's still gonna be a lot of families here in town, even if they
Mhm.
bring their
I
own
think so
families from
too.
other towns. They're going to wanna eat food, they're gonna wanna stick around, they may not be going to the Cape or going to.
Well, and you gotta watch the weather too, right? Because the
Correct,
weather's, I mean,
yes.
we had rain one time and it was
Right,
like,
yeah, yeah, and everybody darted, however, we are literally praying to the sun gods.
it is, you
yeah.
know, it's a 250,
No
so this should be a
weather.
big, this should be a big,
So this
Yes.
will, so there'll be a lot of things to do without having too much. It's gonna be a great celebration if we just have everybody's brains on this committee.
hence why I put a 6
Kind
horn.
of like Brentwood Night Out, you just have different tables
Yeah.
around Swayze and
Just to
Yeah,
different things
Take
going
everyone
on,
up.
content.
and they have their
Good morning.
picnic
Trivia
tables
contest.
there, so
Yeah.
there's plenty of spots for people to basically sit and eat with their families and
Mm-hmm.
do all that stuff.
Great idea.
Good, awesome. On to the next. All right. Field rental rates.
Yippee. Yippee.
Mhm.
They go
A
in.
couple of different documents I'm gonna send around. One is the maintenance costs for our fields. That's number one. Second one is gonna be the research I did on surrounding field rates in that data.
I would assume you've pretty much already locked in other some
Already
people
locked
for
in.
some of the
I thought it
rentals
was
throughout
one
the
big
year already, or-
I was like, that's a big document.
Not yet. We've been waiting on this.
Okay.
Oh, that looks better.
Have we locked people in?
I didn't know if you had locked in some rates already.
No.
They're all waiting for us to determine what they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I
So,
thought you had the May 16th event going on, the opioids. Did you lock that rate in already?
so which one?
The
you get this
opioids,
one yet?
cheaping.
Yeah, no,
This
they're
way.
good.
They're
They're
locked.
locked.
One went one with the
I
other.
know.
Recurring renters.
Did you get this one yet?
And this one, we haven't gotten down this way,
Oh, do you have another one? We can need one more.
sideways.
We have enough?
I don't,
Which ones are those? That one's already going that way.
Okay.
Those are extras. And then there was another one you
It's like
had.
Thanksgiving dinner
Thank
table.
What's the other
They're
one
all-
you had?
They always up in front of my person.
You get the maintenance ones?
Oh, yeah, Judy has them right there in her hands.
Thank you.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
okay, this was going that way. I
Thank
got
you.
you.
Yeah, one went that way, one came this way.
And I ended up with 2 field rates if somebody.
So the total costs,
So that the Brentwood Recreation Field Maintenance cost is our true cost for the last 3 years broken down. So you can see what was paid from the budget, which is in there, for the town piece of it, and then you can see how the Recreation Revolving Fund subsidizes the rest, the way that it is. So, of course, the field rates, that, the part of that conversation is, are we charging enough to offset? Now, the conversation we had at the last meeting was staying true to the rates as well, which is gonna be in itself a big difference maker, I think, when we're talking agreements with the organizations that we rent to. So looking at the other document I handed out, those are the rates, you know, across 5 different communities. And then just for context, I put the turf field rates, because those are not apples to apples. If you have turf fields, you should be charging much more. Portsmouth has those, Tingsboro, you know, these indoor facilities, Seacoast United, stuff like that. But on the top, you have the more comparable. So we're set at $25 an hour right now. As you can see,
That's way down.
4 of those 5 options are right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So based on that, I don't know if I recommend increasing at all. I do stand by what I think the commission voted on at the last meeting, and that's holding true to the rates that we do have. Otherwise, why do we have a rate schedule?
what's the 0, 25, 50, 100?
Which one are you looking at?
Exeter.
Exeter.
So
What are they
that,
charging 0 for?
yep, so that's a great question. So in parentheses, it says tiered usage.
Yeah,
So they actually have a pretty good system that I would like to do a deeper dive on and understand. It's, so they have, based on the organization type in Exeter, you're kind of classified as if, you know, what you should be paying for your field space. So your 0 is your town, those entities that would pay nothing for it, so that'd be our own programs. Then you have nonprofit organizations, fundraising, and then your for-profits and things of that nature. So they have 4 different tiers that you have to qualify. They have all these criteria. It's very in-depth, how they qualify.
is there like a whole application process, I assume?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Much like ours, we have a field use application as well that we fill out. They ask for a lot more information to try to determine which tier they fall into, though.
We picked this up, George picked that up when we were over there, and I don't know whether you have that information on Exeter. You probably do, but
Yep. Yeah, so this is,
I found it interesting.
that is exactly how they qualify you for what tier you're going to be in.
Okay,
So as you can see, this is pages long,
yeah, I was
and
gonna
it
say
kind
that's
of
pretty
helps
lengthy
define
process.
what rate tier they fall under.
It's very specific.
Yep, very specific, and they have all their fields broken down too. That's another thing that we have to get better with as well. Kind of determining and
You can keep that.
identifying our field
Yeah,
space.
You can keep that.
I
if you
can?
want. Yeah,
Okay, thank
and then
you.
you have another copy.
Appreciate that.
I'm not gonna rent fields.
Now let's go to
Just gonna go with
Candia,
trips.
because I see Candia is charging by the size. Is that what you guys are doing too, or?
So we really don't. We have a one field rate, and we don't even have sizes attached to them. Am I right about that?
Correct.
The
It's
way
more
it
like
goes.
field. It's the amount of space used. So like, if a soccer team, if the soccer league UISA is using 2 different soccer fields, what we should be doing is multiplying that rate by how many fields. But we don't have anything that says like a field space is X space by X space.
Lower field, you guys
Yeah.
don't have an A, B, C,
No,
D,
not currently. It's just a flat rate.
No. and
so
that-
they could be using all of the fields,
Mm-hmm.
or they could
In
be
the
using
past.
just one.
In the past, they could, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And they have.
I'd be interested in a deep dive into that.
I mean,
For us.
I like the fact that they're saying, you're renting this space, you're getting a 60 by 40.
Yep.
You want to rent 100 by 60,
Right.
you're
You need to
paying
pay
this rate.
More, yeah.
Do we have any sort of map, like a topical view of like what the fields look like and could associate each size with each of them?
The only issue is it changed last year because the field wasn't in great condition, so we had to like diagonally shape
Yeah.
the soccer field for the big fields. But the big fields didn't matter so much for practices, so I was down there when we would have 9 teams practicing on the lower level for Exeter youth soccer. The one thing I would like the board to keep in mind is a lot of Brentwood kids play in Exeter youth soccer. So I do understand why in the past there'd been kind of discounts given.
Right.
Is because like, what if an organization wants to come in with no Brentwood residents and they want to rent the field
Yeah.
versus a sports organization with like 25 to 50% Brentwood kids want to rent the field? You think they should both pay the same amount? I would probably be like, well, no, I don't really think they should.
Well,
So
that's
it's a
where some of
complicated
these have
thing.
resident rate and non-resident rate.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Maybe that's how we
I
have to
think
look at
that's
it.
part of the tiered qualification too, is like how many of our kids are in this program that's using the field space.
So we have to come up with answers for these places now, right? Even though this is a really complex problem. So this is something like we kind of need to solve now.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, if we're giving them a discount, do our residents get a discount?
No, but I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying there's a lot of factors involved as to why decisions were made in the past. It's not cut and dry or black and white. So we can make it black and white, but I just know I would like to use the Brentwood rec fields again for the soccer teams when I coach in the spring here.
I mean, I like the residential rate and non-residential rate.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that,
Could you put it so the TVs are on? I'm putting over the satellite image of the fields.
how do I do that?
There should be a.
Oh crap, I don't know what I
There
did.
you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
there it is.
Should there be a
Great job,
percentage?
Bob.
I don't know what I did, but I did something.
Oh, look.
That's the satellite view of our fields currently.
Yep.
If we say resident rate, is that for all, like 100% are from Brentwood? Or if it's
Right
a
now,
league
you
like
guys are
Exeter
just-
with 25%?
Right now, you guys are charging $25, but it could be all of it.
Mhm.
You aren't saying it's like, I like the fact that Candia is saying, this
Yeah.
is how much space you're getting for that fee.
Yeah.
If you want to double it, it's gonna cost you this much.
And
If you want to triple
technically,
it, it's gonna cost you this much.
we have, that's considered 4 fields, correct? 4 blocks. So the first one where the mound is, and then there's a secondary mound at the top there, like where the soccer is done. And then down below is a baseball field, and to the right is a football field, soccer field.
So
It was billed as 2 fields, wasn't
It's-
So-
it's
Not.
so when we label it, it's the upper and lower field. However, when it comes to drawing field spaces, our users get very creative. We've had up to 3 soccer fields in the lower field in the past. Yes,
Yep.
that lower there.
I've had 9 teams down there
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
9 teams practicing on Tuesdays and Thursdays last year in the lower field.
you look at this, or the way I, with my kids being little and doing all that stuff here, the way I always looked at it was like, this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one. However, with sports, should we be looking at it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and making it like more because it's technically sectioned off? So if we were like, like
Mhm.
I just said, if we had a drone go over and actually do like the size of the field, how should we be doing it? Should we be doing it and charging here, or should we be doing it in sections?
By sport. is
By sport.
What I would start with. If baseball, the field
That
is
might
different
be a
than
good
soccer.
recommendation, yeah.
Right, because I was just thinking, like, looking at the top baseball field, I know for softball, it cuts in very much into one of those top
Yeah.
fields,
With a
technically.
fence Through the back.
Right.
Majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And an infield does the maintenance costs are different between a grass space and an infield.
Mm-hmm.
Very different costs.
So I think we need to piecemeal through for this season, honestly, in the spring. You guys,
Yep.
we're gonna have to make your decisions, then we need a policy for next year that's all encompassing.
Right.
Yes.
Saying and defining the fields,
Yeah.
spacing out, and knock on wood, by then maybe the field's all in perfect condition, so we can actually say, here's field 1, and you can use it in straight lines instead of having a diagonal.
No, that's an archery range over there.
No, every now and then we use it. I practiced in flag football once.
Correct.
Yeah,
We rent it out for like parties and such. No, that's
Pickleball.
that's pickleball.
Yeah, that baseball.
Don't you touch that pickleball field.
Yep.
Go into the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset that, like, at least for this year upcoming, because it's quickly approaching, is we just need to keep it as simple as possible. I think we just need to adhere to what we have set in stone, and then use the next several months to really organize, create, and develop what we want the actual structures to look
Right.
like for the following
That
seasons.
way it doesn't like shock value folks and we prepare them, this is what we're doing and this is the structure will change.
Yeah, because even Seacoast United is charging based on size.
Yep.
Yeah.
So can I
So
offer?
Candy is doing size, and so is Seacoast.
Can I offer a simple recommendation that would
Mhm.
help? I think Nick and I, at least for this in between period,
Mm-hmm.
I think the easiest way to do it is the number of field spaces. So not necessarily the total space, but they want 2 baseball fields or they want 2 soccer fields. Multiply by the time and multiply by the hourly rate.
Yep.
Super simple for us. We can track that nice and easy, and then we can figure out how we want to.
Yes, how you
know what
want
I
to
mean?
divide up the pie.
But that's just a small in between. We can follow that easy peasy. I don't want to speak.
Whatever's gonna be easiest for you guys, because you're gonna be the ones that are actually having to figure the components out.
$25 per hour, you're $25 per hour, or is this 2 fields? Because this is sizably
So-
bigger than this.
So under what I was just saying, the 2 football fields
Yeah.
would be charged at the same rate as those 2 soccer fields. Oops, sorry. Because it's
As
just
the
for now,
two
it's just the
done.
2. It's just the 2 field spaces.
Okay, because the
me.
NFL flag wants those 2 fields, doesn't matter how big they are, if it's their regulation versus soccer, we'll fill in everywhere in the gaps.
Yeah. So like, if flag football wanted to squeeze a 3rd field on the very bottom there, we'd charge them for 3 field spaces.
Mm-hmm.
If soccer wanted to see, they've done it in 3 in the past. If they wanted to get a 3rd soccer pitch in there, we'd do for 3 spaces. That'd be the small. That'd be at least the next year or so.
It gives you guys wiggle room to try to manage relationships. That's the biggest thing for me, is I just want the organizations to be happy. They're not gonna be happy, but I want them to be as least upset as possible. But for us to understand, we need to make more money than what we've been making.
Right.
You can't make decisions and discounts randomly,
Right.
right? So the
Well,
policy-
especially if you're looking at the rates of
Yeah.
some of these other communities where you're like, they got residential, non-residential.
Yeah.
I guess the other
Got a
thing I would
question.
look at is residential and non-residential, because you guys are charging $25 an hour, where the next one closest to us is Deerfield. They're charging $25 an hour for the resident, but the $35 for non-resident. I think you guys should probably look at going, if you're not a resident, you're paying $35 an hour, not $25
Right.
an hour.
Yeah.
I'm incentivizing the people that are here,
Right.
that are paying the tax bills, that are
Yep.
paying your bills.
So
Would that mean that the Exeter group, if they had a high number of Brentwood, we would give them the resident route rate?
That's
That's
up for
tough.
debate, and again, I think that's part of why they have the tier scale here, is they ask those types of questions. I know, like, EJ, BSL, do I
You
have
got
it right? Okay. That's our baseball softball league. Our kids make up 10% of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really, and we're offering them a hefty discount to do
Right.
that. Our kids aren't always here,
Mm-hmm.
so like, what are we doing that for?
Right.
And they do a fair amount for us too, in field cleanup and
Well, if they're
things
doing,
of that nature.
if they're doing field cleanup and they're doing services that are benefiting your program, then I would say I would be giving them the residential rate, because they're
Because they're
benefiting
doing
the
extra.
community.
Helping
They're
the benefits of the
benefiting
field.
our town. They're
Yeah.
saving us money
Right.
from doing that. So if you have a group that says, hey, we're gonna go through and I'm gonna clean up all those trails that you have out there,
Mhm.
well then, great. Now what's the cost for us to do that?
Right.
If, I might even let them have the field for free if they're gonna do all that work for me, because I would have to pay for someone to go do it anyway. I look at your rate charges that you had on here. Tree trimming was $1,800.
Yep.
Well, if I have a bunch of guys that are gonna get out there and clean
Their
everything
chainsaws.
up,
Old Kevin out there with his
So,
chainsaw. He's
Yeah.
to
out
clarify,
there.
field cleanup, usually it's simple, like raking up, picking up some sticks,
Yeah.
It's a
some trash.
one-day thing.
It's just a single Saturday in the spring.
Yeah.
So it's not anything too heavy.
It's not regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, is there any difference in the use of the field as far as the wear and tear on the field? In other words, do soccer fields have more wear and tear and then cost more to maintain than, say,
Cleats.
a baseball?
Yeah.
field?
Yes, it depends.
Cleats
Yeah,
tear it
different
up.
sports have different. Yeah,
Because that's
levels.
something to look into as far as
Yeah.
the charging,
It-
that if the one sport tears up a field more than another sport, maybe they would end up having to pay a little bit more.
Totally matters, because the upper field has the irrigation too.
Yep.
Right, so the
Yep.
lower field has no irrigation. The
Yeah,
lower
that's
field is the
true.
one that's in big trouble.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So there's a lot of moving.
That's why that
moving-
one's green and that one isn't.
How much per hour did FC Exeter end up paying to use the fields last year? Do we have that calculated?
I have
My
the
guess it was
invoice.
somewhere around $12 or $13 an hour per
Public,
field.
right?
Yep, it's public.
Let's see.
Anybody can do a
UISA
right to know
spring-
on
so last spring, their invoice.
I mean, we can use that in public forum, we can show this.
So they paid $18.75 an hour as
Okay.
25% discount on their on
All right,
their-
so net, it was $18.75 per hour. So if we go to them, we say, hey, you're gonna be 25 an hour, that's a sizable chunk of cash that organization is gonna have to pay. And that, I mean, I don't think they're making tons of money there, and I do think they're a great program, so I'll leave you with that. I just want them to be happy and us to be happy if possible.
Well, and I wouldn't have a problem saying offer a discount if they're doing something to.
Right.
Exactly. If they're earning, it's work.
You're
money.
working, right, I'm working it off,
Yeah.
right?
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
That's
well,
part
now
of
you
it.
come and I can give you a discount if you do this.
Maybe there's
And-
But
something we could
if
work
you tell
in.
me you're gonna do this and you don't
Good
show
old
up,
barter
you don't
system.
get the discount.
Yeah.
The other thing to take into consideration too is the amount of time they're on the fields. EYSA has typically been one of our higher users of our facility. I think in the past they've been between 50 to 60 hours a week is what they're at our facility for. So it might be a balance of finding how much time can they afford as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was,
it's another food for
Works
thought. as
into
well.
wear and tear.
Yeah.
that was something that was suggested too in my conversations with EJBSL. Having some sort of a season option, maybe where they do get some sort of a discount if they go past a certain amount of hours or whatever it is, so they get some kind of help. Again, I think it depends on the organization and like
Yeah.
what their goals are.
Right.
I think it also depends on if they're in town or not. We have to factor all those things in. It's not an easy equation if we're doing it fairly.
I mean, it's great that you got these rates,
Yeah.
Right.
but now I gotta look at where,
So my question, I guess, would be is Andy sort of seemed to have his own because you're kind of now saying, well, maybe we do want to do some discounts.
I'm just
So
saying it was suggested.
Right.
So we would need to all be on board for
Sure.
that,
Yeah.
and having that option.
would you, but I'm asking is, would you want flexibility depending on the organization? Because there's a lot of variables and you would make that determination? Or do you want like a set, this is what you pay, these are the options for discounts, like very strict parameters, like tell me what you're looking for?
I think in the future, the ideal is to have some sort of a tiered system
Yeah.
so that we can qualify them and it doesn't give me any type of
Yep.
decision making
Yeah.
to do.
Okay.
Like, we have answers to questions and that's gonna put you where.
That's
it
much
puts you.
fairer.
I
know,
feel
I
like that is a fair.
I don't wanna play
fair
that
scenario.
game, really.
Yeah.
Does
So
that allow you
That's
to?
obviously nothing that we can put into place right now. I don't believe, I think it's,
I think it's
That's-
a good amount of research
It
that
is-
has
it
to be
is.
done. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, we do have grandfathered folks here that have been here. They've had a discount, and that's great. We work with them. They're doing work for us. I think we also work on a tiered system. I think that will be clear, concise, and it just stays. And then the other thing at the end of the day, folks have to understand things change and things increase.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can make it increase by like a little bit without hurting someone's or a family's wallet, then I think that will be beneficial across the board. But folks also need to understand that sports do go up.
well, and on top of that, the field maintenance, look at your
Right.
budgeting. I mean, you didn't pay $1,800 for tree trimming, but if I take that out consistently, I mean, things are getting more expensive.
Yeah.
For reference, last year, off of just the big field renters that we leased the fields out to, we generated 13.7 grand off of those. So on those organizations alone, we didn't,
And were all of those getting some sort of discount?
to my knowledge. Maybe there might have been one or two that weren't, but for the most part, there was.
So even if we consider 25% higher in revenues from there, we're still missing out,
Yeah.
about $3,000 or
But I
so.
also
Well,
spent
that might be a little bit
$12,000 on
Right.
lawn doctors
Yeah.
treating the fields.
Well, I was
Right.
just gonna say, it didn't even cover the cost of all the field
maintaining.
maintenance,
Right.
16,000. I mean, I
Right.
think we should at least be clearing 16,400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to break even.
And I want to go back to Laura's point because yes, as much as I want to make sure that we're maintaining good relationships and keeping our, quote unquote customers happy and having them come back, the whole purpose of this conversation was us getting in line and making sure we're removing all subjectivity from all of this and keeping things as objective as possible. And if we want to offer some sort of tiered or discounted system in the future, I think that's absolutely something we should consider, but it needs to be spelled out to
Yeah.
a T, and we really can't deviate from
No.
that.
And the other food for thought I want to offer, even though we might, organizations might cut back their current usage of the fields, it might allow other organizations that host Brentwood kids to come in because there's now space on their fields.
Right.
I know we've turned away EYLA, which is Exeter Youth Lacrosse Association. We've had to turn them away because we didn't have the space.
Yeah.
Right.
So this might allow us to actually get more Brentwood kids
Right.
on our fields because these fields aren't being dominated anymore.
Right.
And objectively, it's great you guys made $13,000, but if it cost me $16,000 to make $13,000,
Negative.
I'm putting you out of business.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's close the doors because you're
Yeah.
running it at a loss. And again, it is a community thing, but these are businesses that are coming in, making money off of renting those fields, and there's a reason they're coming here is because you're giving them a good rate. But if it's costing you money for them to show up, that's bad investment.
We're subsidizing their success.
And this doesn't include your pay.
Mhm.
I got to add you guys in there too,
Mhm.
because your time is also tied up into this. So you got to look at the whole thing. So what really says cost me $16,000 might really have cost me $20,000.
Right.
But I made $13,000. Nobody's going to take that type of a cut.
-7, right.
It's
Yep.
bad math all day long.
The other thing to consider too, when you're looking at the different towns and their rates, is every place has a different subsidy too from the town budget. So it's never totally apples to apples.
Yeah.
It looks different everywhere you look, so
Well, you can
That's
see that
another
just on
factor,
your
too.
rate sheets that
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
that's a
then-
more personal.
But then go to a business.
Yeah.
Right.
I look at,
Right.
all right, and we're looking at what they're charging
Right.
residentially
Right.
for in towns, and then all of a sudden I go down to Tingsboro Sports Center and Seacoast United. There's a reason that they're coming to you guys because they aren't going to go pay $150 an hour,
Right.
$200 an hour,
Right.
$100 an hour, $225 an
That's
hour.
mind blowing to
That's
me.
huge, right? You're charging $25, and I guarantee. Oh, you want to rent the field? You get one field. And I'm
Right.
going to charge you $150 to $200 or $100 to $225 an hour. We're charging 25 and have the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all
So
of the
if we
fields.
stick with 25, 0 discounts, it's a change for most people, and it gives you a year to decide, okay, what do we want to do for a tier? Like, gives you time to come up
Yeah.
with a tier system,
Right, yeah.
but we will be increasing income because
Yeah.
the discounts don't exist anymore.
Correct.
And if people don't rent it because it is much and fields are open, well, then your fields rest.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
maybe not be the worst thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you get income from another group who wants to use it.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's fair to expect, and I have heard from one group already that will scale back. And that's, again, that's okay. There are benefits to the field sleeping a little bit too.
Right.
But again, even if they scale back, if we're increasing the revenues by that 25%, I mean, we're probably still going to break even. They're still going to spend
Yeah.
the same
Right.
amount.
Exactly.
And ideally is watching watching the checkbook, right? Like,
Yep.
how much is coming in, how much is going out.
Right.
And if I'm hemorrhaging money just to have them do the fields, that's a bad math all
Yep.
day long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I have to manage that, and I have to say, great, these are private entities that are doing this. This is not
Yeah,
like
this
you
right.
guys doing camp.
Right.
Correct.
This is, you guys still have to use those fields. So
Correct.
if they trash the fields and it costs you guys $16,000 to fix it, and you're making $13,000, well, that means that somebody else got short.
Do we need a motion?
I mean,
Do we need a
Need a
motion for the amount?
or a
Well, we
motion to
have-
stick by.
Stick by with the schedule we
Stick by
already
what,
have.
yeah.
Until we're ready to move forward with a
Yep.
different revision, I don't think we offer the discounts
Right.
unless they're, do they want to pay the $11,970 for lawn doctor? Sure. I'll let you have the fields for free. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give me
exactly.
12 grand, you can use that field. Or do you want to pay $25 an hour?
Right.
So
Yeah,
no
I
motion is
mean-
needed, we're just keeping it, okay.
We're just
Maybe
gonna
some of
keep
the people
it.
using the fields have parents or brothers or uncles who are in the business and could
Yeah.
give us a better deal than one.
Right.
They have a stake in it, if their kids or
Yeah.
their grandkids
I mean, you can
are using the
see-
fields.
I mean, just the price just kept on going up, right?
Yeah.
Like 11,284, 11,039, then
BTP saved an awful lot of
11,970. Boop, they jumped it up almost $1,000.
So we're good with
development
keeping it
saved a lot
all
of
the
money on some of
same.
Yep.
We're gonna move on to the next. Ready, folks? On to the next and almost final revolving account. We are at $59,590.51. Amazing.
Are we comfortable with that number is up to date?
Yeah, we actually did some math today. We've taken in $6,000 in registrations over the past month for summer camp, t-ball, pickleball, sourdough class. But we also had some expenses too. Couple of those I would note. Probably the most important one is the AED that we bought for the ball fields. There was not one
Important.
that would be
Yep.
mounted outside. We had one that was inside the rec community center building, which can't be accessed if you don't have a key.
Right. Yep.
So this one will be mounted to one of the structures out there, whether it's the snack shack or whatever. It's gonna have a sign on it. It's gonna have a case. It will come in the winter, but it will be there in case there's an emergency.
Okay,
So,
good.
But I mean,
it's already
the
here.
town was having an issue with getting their correct bills to us. Is that system working now?
We're still in
So
the
you-
process of trying to work out some of the kinks.
Okay,
That number was as accurate as we can get that number to be.
okay,
But we weren't able to confirm with the finance department today if that's what the bank says it is.
okay,
So there is some margin of error there, but that's should be pretty darn close to what.
okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that the steps are in place for you to be either, I guess it's for you to pay, so that doesn't take 6 months again.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I think the select board's been working on that. Julie Stevens has got a pretty good handle on that right now.
Good.
Okay, good.
It's one of those things that kind of ran away from people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, like out of sight, out of mind. Oh, you mean we're supposed to be billing you guys?
Right.
Not become
Wow.
upset.
Yikes.
Okay.
All right, and the next Recreation Commission meeting, do we want to do the 18th of March or the 25th?
I would just like to add something.
Sure.
I will be on vacation the week of the 25th, so that's why I kind of threw the 18th.
I'm not available the 25th either.
Nick, you
No,
can't
I
go
have
on
to burn it.
I'm just
vacation.
going to throw this out there. I will not be here.
That's right, you're going to be overseas.
Yes, I actually postponed my trip. I'm
Yes,
catching
for
up to
town
my
meeting?
family in Milan. They get to go do
Ooh, they
Portugal
get to
before I
go.
go to Milan, and then
Yeah.
I'll meet them in Milan, and then we'll continue on through
So
Switzerland
the
and Spain.
18th seems
18th
like
is
that's
good.
the day.
I will throw it out there, at least for April, but I want to get ahead of it.
No vacation for you.
Oh, I'm going to the Bahamas, baby. Yeah, so April 15th to the 18th, I'm gone. So as long as we don't do it the 15th, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right.
Before the
So
tourist
we'll
season.
discuss that, make sure that's happening. All right, so March 18th is going to be the next Recreation
And I
Commission
will not be
meeting.
here.
And no Bob,
And
and
I won't be at the select board
no,
either, so-
yeah, all right, all right.
We're
6
gonna have a
p.m.
new select board by then.
Yes, 6:30. Yep,
We'll have
6:30.
5:30.
Well, didn't we want to meet?
And we'll
Do a
have
working
the,
session this
yes,
time?
so
Okay.
there will be
Yep.
a working session from 5:30 to 6:30, and the
Yep.
meeting will start at 6:30.
Okay.
Perfect.
And a motion to adjourn.
To
Second.
adjourn, non-negotiable.
All in
I say
favor?
Aye.
Aye, we are done.
I'm having cataract surgery the day before, so we're gonna see what happens.